getting a little bit blinded by this.
Well, then don't look at it.
Just directly in the eye holes.
Why not?
Okay.
Why is there another one here?
To light up the back room there in the back.
Yep.
Oh, yes, please. Orange,
yours?
Fever Play. It is mine. Get to my phone. Right.
I'm going to get to my notes as well. Intro music.
Hello and good morning or evening, whenever you may be gracing us with your presence.
Hello and welcome back, dear listeners, to another exciting instalment of
This podcast is, well, we don't really know.
But each week we will find out by the end of the episode.
So without further ado, I'm Rob, this is Harry, and let us see which rabbit holes we fall down today. So how are you?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
Good, I'm good. We're in a new location once more. We're in your bedroom today.
I am.
You are. We all are.
I am.
Hi. And I feel like saying special guest, producer Rachel is here.
I know. Thank God. I'll put a little clapping effect.
Say hello.
Sarcastically.
Hi.
Oh, there we are. Lovely.
That's
Thanks
it.
so much.
Right, go back.
Yep, go away now. So yeah, there we are. She's here. She didn't get fired
No.
by the skin of her teeth. You know, she was grovelling on the floor, and that's fine.
Quick one before we get into it.
Yeah.
What I've noticed is that Rachel's had a haircut today.
Yeah.
I've had a haircut yesterday.
Yeah.
Thanks for noticing.
You went from short hair to slightly shorter hair.
It was becoming a mushroom cloud again. I was getting sick of it. But you've not had a haircut, so when's your haircut?
I don't know. I hate. Actually, no. I feel better about it now because my hairdresser's now got like the Booksy app, so you don't have to talk to anyone. But I hated before you had to ring up.
How much is a haircut for you?
And I just hate £10
That's not too bad
Yeah.
for hairdressers.
for an adult. Yeah, it's a flat £10 for an adult if you're just having a haircut.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, come to Bakewell.
Well, mine's 15.
Ooh, got inflation.
If I go to a barber's.
Oh, yeah. Well, mine's I don't know. Mine's a mixture. Mine's mixed.
So, how was your filming yesterday?
It was good.
Yeah?
It was good. Got nice free food.
Yes.
It was very nice.
I'm saying like I didn't know. I was there.
You were there.
I came for emotional
You came
support.
for you did nothing but eat the free food.
And wander around a bit of Derby. That's all I really did.
Yeah. So we'll see what that yields because I'm not in charge of editing or anything. I'm purely talent, as they say.
Yeah, but what I did like though, I was telling Mum and Dad about this, is that she went, "Oh, how did it go?" And I went, "It was like his brain switched off. You instantly went to, I'm now presenter."
Yeah.
Like you was nervous about, but you
I was nervous to start with.
yeah, you instantly went into it.
Yeah.
Your brain just switched over, which was really good.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. I think I do certainly put on a persona that is not shown on this.
That's the point of a
podcast.
presenter.
Yeah. Like I was doing little flary bits. Although I was like, oh, well, we're at this place. Let's go and see what it's like.
It was very much ITV.
Yeah,
it was very ITV.
It was this morning, and they're looking for a new male host. Oh yes.
Oh, we'll get into that. So what else have you been up to?
We went to go and see Through the Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Up to the wall of the Spider-Verse.
Up the wall, across the lane, down the alley.
And it was good. We saw it in IMAX.
Yeah.
And
Yes, we did.
go on.
I really enjoyed it. I think it was a very good sequel.
Yeah.
People are calling it perfection.
Ooh, that's a bit strong.
They're saying it's better than the first one. I don't know. I don't know. For me, it went very slow, but I don't know if my brain was on, I need to look for all the Easter eggs that I know are going to be in this, like the last one was.
Oh, yeah.
Or is it going to be... I need to rewatch it knowing that what happens.
Yeah.
Because obviously now I can like... Oh, that happens and this happens and get the flow a bit more.
Yeah. I think
it was very quiet.
It was. I said that to start with.
Yeah, the opening was very, very quiet, and apparently it's been happening everywhere.
So it's obviously it's in the edit. Yeah. I thought it was because it wasn't quite remixed for IMAX.
No,
I thought it was because we were in IMAX.
Apparently, it's just most screenings now are very, very quiet. No one really knows why. I think they're gonna have to. Well, if they do, they'll probably send it back out later and be like, "It's fixed." What
yes,
I did
all post releases will be fixed. Yeah.
The music was brilliant, like it was last time.
I didn't particularly notice, which for me means it was fine, because I either notice if it's incredible or it's shit. So if it was, if it didn't touch me, then I was like, yeah, it's fine, that's great. It worked. The main point for me was the initial, wow, look at it, it's like cartoons come to life. Like, all of that has worn off. So, no, for like the first film, the first one, it was very much like, whoa, this is cool. It's literally like they've got all the art styles of all the different cartoons. They're all coming together, and it's a film of that. That obviously has worn off, the shine of that.
Well, yeah, it's gone like they've got the Spectacular Spider-Man from his show. You've got the Insomniac one from his game.
Yeah.
You've got Hobie Brown was all paperwork, like punk paperwork.
But
that was very cool.
We're used to that, so it was more focused on the story for me this time.
Apparently, Hobie Brown. Is that Hobie Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Punk.
Yeah.
Spider. He apparently took 3 years to edit because it's stop motion paperwork.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, so it's like how South Park used to get made.
Oh wow, that's cool.
That's cool.
Apparently, people are not happy that. Oh, what was the villain's name?
Prowler.
No,
Spot.
sorry, no. The villain Spider-Man, who's like the leader.
Oh, Miguel O'Hara.
Yeah, people weren't happy that he's been turned, and because all Spider-Men are fairly good.
Not necessarily.
No, but he wasn't. He's not a bad one.
No.
So he's been turned for sort of no reason for plot.
Not necessarily. I think that... What?
It's all right. When you did that, I heard that.
Yeah, the connection comes out. Because it's a Bluetooth... Sorry, I'm having... There's one problem I have to
remember. But why...
remember.
If you touch your aux on your headphones, why would I hear that? I can hear that.
Because it's an external one. These get...
But it's going out and in on a different track. Why would it be coming back up?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I'm not a sound engineer.
Unless the mic's not picking it up. Anyway,
it's because it's a cable in a cable in a cable. It's all connected. It's going through the receiver to back to you. I don't know. I'm guessing. It's a guess.
Sorry.
I did like Miguel O'Hara. Oscar Isaac was brilliant. I think that people are saying, like, the meme that I'm seeing most of the film is that my life isn't a tragedy. It's a canon event.
Oh, yeah.
That's
funny.
And I get that. Yeah, and I think that...
Yes, I liked that plot point, that story base of... And it tied sort of all Spider-Man films together. And the joke of that they have to have these certain events.
Yeah.
I.e., a version of Uncle Ben has to die. Yeah. So it ties it together quite nicely that it has to happen. And they're aware that it has to happen.
Yeah. Obviously, they showed Andrew Garfield. That was a big one for, like, Gwen Stacy's dad. Like, apparently every Gwen Stacy's dad dies. Or
yes, yeah.
But they showed, I don't know if you saw it, they showed Tobey Maguire as well. His Uncle Ben was on the floor dying.
Yeah.
Obviously, I thought that would have been a good point to introduce Tom Holland's Uncle Ben dying. But obviously, it's his canon event, aren't they?
Well, apparently, Kevin Feige said, no, you're not having him in this.
Really?
Yeah, because he's in another word, he's too much canon towards the MCU. You're not having it, you're not diluting our Spider-Man into this.
It's still owned by Sony, though, so it's...
But it wasn't...
Surely...
No, because he started out in the MCU, didn't he? He didn't start as a Sony film.
No, but the rights are still under Sony.
Oh, yes,
what I mean.
Yeah. But
if
you want to think about it in a way that...
It's still ours?
The other two Spider-Man films, Maguire and Andrew, were purely Sony films.
I get it.
Yeah.
What I did like... It's still connected to the MCU, though.
Eventually, yes.
Because of Donald Glover, who you didn't know of.
Ooh, that's true.
He was the Prowler, the real human Prowler that you see being trapped. Don't know if you know this. Do you know my favourite show, Community? Donald Glover's in that.
All right.
Season 2, episode 1, he said on Twitter, we should have a black Spider-Man. I'd love to be Spider-Man. So as an homage to Spider-Man, he wears a Spider-Man pajama T-shirt.
Oh, right.
That's 2011, years before. He's the reason why we have Miles Morales.
Oh, I was going to say, when was he actually introduced in the comics, Miles?
Because of Donald Glover.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I like that.
So because of Community...
Oh, apologies.
My phone's on silent. Jesus.
Sorry.
Because we have Community, we have the MCU. So that's also Anthony Joe Russo, who did Endgame.
Yeah.
Directed and produced Community.
Wow.
Some of the episodes for that Community, not all of them. What do you think of the overall story?
It felt very much like, obviously it is, but it was very heavily tailored to, this is a setup for a part 2.
Yeah.
And I felt like that pulled away a bit. I felt like they were a bit like, we can't let that plot point go because it all needs to be resolved in part 2. Yeah.
I think that I could see, obviously we knew both going into it was going to be 2 parts, which I am fine with. I think it's a bit like Infinity War and Endgame. They were kind of part 1 and part 2.
But also they were whole movies. Like there were plot points.
It ended on a point.
Yeah.
This one ends with like an open ending. And I get it. It's intrigue and it's fine. They did it right because it doesn't end on Miles being caught. It ends on Gwen. It does have a good ending.
Yeah.
It ends on Gwen getting her team together.
Yeah.
Which was fine. What I hated was people going, was that it? I'm like, this has been 2 hours already.
Yeah.
This is a film. It's been 2 hours.
That's the point. It was a bit slow. I think you just said that. I think the pacing, again, probably because they were, we need to stretch this out over two films. Let's stretch this scene out a bit.
Yeah, they've been writing it non-stop. Great direction overall.
Yeah.
Score? Out of 5. Go 5.
Out of 5? No, out of 10.
I think 5's quite easy.
6.
6?
I wasn't too enamoured. It was fun, but
I need to rewatch it.
I'm not racing back to go and watch it.
I know people have gone and seen it like 3 times now. You're like, oh my god, it changed my life. I'm like,
the last one I did that with was Endgame. Did I do that with you? We saw it twice.
No.
I saw Infinity War once, and then I thought we saw Endgame twice.
Most likely.
We planned to, yeah.
I think we did.
I think we booked two sessions.
I think we did as like safety.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, sounds good.
I finally got around to. Did you watch? Obviously, I'm guessing you did. We talked about it last week. Philip Schofield's interview.
I did watch the interview
from the Sun.
No, from Amal Rajan on the BBC.
I watched it on the Sun's YouTube channel.
With Amal Rajan.
I'm guessing so.
Was it him where he sat there with his vape? Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's the same thing. Right, you need to watch the whole thing. Was it?
It was 10 minutes.
No, it was 44 minutes. You need to watch it on the BBC.
I assume I've watched the highlights then.
No, you need to watch it on the iPlayer.
Okay, I'll rewatch it. But he said something very interesting.
Yeah, go on.
And I want to get your opinion on this.
Yep.
He said something that like my family said as well. Like, obviously he's in the highlight. He's in the limelight. Everything. He said if Leonardo DiCaprio can do it with 25-year-old or 26-year-old models, why is it a gay thing? Do you think that it's been a big thing? It's because he's already known the guy for so long. Do you think that's?
I think he did play a little bit too much on that towards the end of it. He said it a few times, being like, "This is completely homophobic," and I was like, "Okay, there are homophobic bits to it, but it's mostly just purely because you're famous." And I think he missed that point. But the most important thing is he explained the timeline of it all.
Yeah.
So I now class this as not grooming. He did not groom this boy. He had a relationship with him, which both of them agreed turned out to be a mistake.
Yeah.
And I think the point is that he lied about it to everyone, and now that's why the people closest to him are not happy.
Which is what annoys me. Like, it's his life. I know he's a national personality, but if, let's say, Holly Willoughby talked about every woman, every guy she shagged, why is it any different?
Yeah, exactly. But I just want to point out the timeline. So he did meet this child when he was 15. 15 at a youth theatre or something in London.
Yeah.
the child followed Philip on Twitter.
Well, they reciprocated, didn't they?
No. He followed Philip on Twitter.
All right, okay.
And then he messaged Philip saying, "Hi, can you follow me? I'm trying to get in the industry. You following me, that'll be great for my image." And he was like, "Yeah, sure, I can do that." And then he was very conscious to point out he follows 13,000 people. That was nothing. Years later, so then there was a bit of messaging back and forth, and he was like, "Oh, how do I get into the industry?" And Philip was giving him general advice.
Yeah, sorry.
Then later on, this child got a job on This Morning out of his own merit, absolutely nothing to do with Philip.
Yeah.
So Philip was like, "Oh, great." That's the sticking point where everyone was like, "Oh, is it agreeing to get in the job?" No, he didn't get him the job.
No.
He then got the job. He was then working there for several years. Then when he was 20 or 21, I believe, then they had this consensual relationship whilst he was still with his wife.
Do you think a lot of this will die down if this guy comes out and says everything he said is correct? Because I think that's probably not helping, because obviously it's now a one thing, one way.
Yeah.
Just like me saying for this podcast, Rachel hit me.
Yeah.
And obviously because she's not been here, that she can't prove it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think... Yeah.
Definitely hit you. All right. You
be quiet.
Be quiet.
And definitely. I mean, yeah, definitely. I think he does need to back it up. I think it's already dying down because, Holly's now been back on.
She's back on. Yeah, I saw that she came back on this morning.
And she's had her statement.
Oh, she's addressed it. Okay, I was going to ask.
And she said, we're all now very worried about the welfare of Philip because he openly says on this show,
if it wasn't for his daughter,
he would have killed himself by now.
Do you think he might?
I don't think I hope he's past it now. Well, not past it, but he's on the up rather. And so I think now we leave him now. We leave him alone. He can just live the rest of his life. He doesn't need to work.
Some of the things that I've seen on TikTok and on Instagram and stuff, it's just fucking horrific.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Yeah.
Speaking of Philip Schofield, it is weirdly enough, it is June, so it's U2's month,
Pride Month. We're 7 days into it. I didn't notice.
I didn't.
It started.
all I know that it is today. It's what people are calling it. Green 1st of June is now Green Goblin Day.
1st of June. Why?
Because May is over or some shit. Because he killed Aunt May. That's my world for you. It's also it's D-Day today.
No, 6th. It was yesterday.
Was it? Okay, I'm a day behind. Says a lot about me. Being Pride Month.
Yes.
Do you would like to give your thoughts on Pride? Because obviously coming from me, it's a very much like I understand it. The same. It's a lot of history, and you've gone through a lot to get what you wanted.
Entirely, but I think
I'm not going to say we don't have a white month, and I understand Pride Month. I don't get because you two are very different types. It sounds strange. 2 different types of gay. If you get me.
Yeah.
You're very much how I describe you to people that I know is Robbie's not gay. He's just gay.
He just is gay. Yeah.
Middle-aged man turned gay, but younger.
Yeah. I am young Philip Schofield. Apart from having the relationship.
Yes.
I don't think Rachel's gonna like this, but I feel very much that Pride, as you say, it has been great. We have now been mostly, liberated. Everything's fair. There's still a bit of, horribleness on the streets, but there is for everyone. No one's ever going to have a perfect society. But I think now we're coming to the end of it in that...
Hey, excuse me.
Bless you. And I think we're coming to the end of every year cramming it down people's throats, having the Pride marches being like, yes, we're here, this is Pride. I'm a bit like... Okay, so you're gay, you're lesbian, you're whatever. Yeah. That's fine. I think we should all just now move on.
Yeah.
I think...
Still celebrate it, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah, but not
it's
all the time,
but now
everywhere.
It's not even... And I don't know if you agree with this, but it's not just Pride Month anymore. There's events... The Pride goes to different cities every month.
Yeah.
It finishes in September.
Yeah.
For what a month that's meant to be a thing that's meant to be celebrated, and we're meant to celebrate it every other day. Not every other day, every day. Bit like Black History Month. The point of Black History Month is to express it all and make sure we still know.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. So, Pride, I think we've had our time in the spotlight. Let's now move on to, Black History Month, because that's been a more recent thing of Black Lives Matter. So let's culturally shift away from everyone shouting Pride to, okay, let's shout Black Lives Matter now. And then after that, let's shout whatever, disabled people, whoever would like to be the next shouty people.
Hi, I'm a shouty man. Rach, do you want to...
Yeah. Do you want to come in?
Because obviously you've got... I feel like a bit of a host right now. There's two of you in front of me.
Hi.
And I've got a book and a pen because I've got my notes on me. Obviously, you've got... Your status as sexuality is completely different to mine.
Yeah.
Especially mine. I'm a straight white man. Hey. But Rob is... You're gay. Yeah. You're pansexual.
Yeah. So if anyone doesn't know what pansexuality is, basically it's like I have an attraction to people based on basically their personality rather than anything. I could not give two shits what gender someone is. Yeah. That's basically what pansexuality is. I don't know. I've always grown up in like massively queer communities, so that's just
Nottingham's a hub, isn't it?
Nottingham, well, yeah, because it's student city.
Yeah,
and then I've grown up in the theatre industry, so everyone's gay in that.
Because you're obviously from Matlock, and it's I'm guessing
I am not from Matlock. How dare you?
All right, you're from Roseley, but it's very much
Bakewell. Anyway, it's very much
same shit
in the country rather than
it's very much,
being in the city.
All right, my love.
Yeah, and
it's very. Do you
but
think it's
very few and far between.
It's a lot of older generation, obviously, because it's a quieter place. I've grown up in this town, and we've had quite a good variety of people.
Yeah.
At the minute, what I'm seeing is free Bible courses for some reason everywhere.
Oh, lovely.
They're just everywhere, and I don't get it. I'm not getting into religion. Speaking of religion, but obviously Pride is this month.
Yeah.
So
but I think we should move away from a Pride month to possibly a week or a day, because
Pride Big Bash weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also think that
Go a bit closer, Rach.
Hello. I also think that a lot of the effort that is going towards this country, possibly, like, can we shift that towards somewhere else? Because I think there's like 50 plus countries where it's still death penalty.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So it's like we're not amazing here, but we're doing fine. So maybe just shift some efforts over a little bit.
There's a lot of stuff that I think that needs to get brought up.
Yeah.
Obviously, we can't, like we said about the coronation, it was very all-inclusive. How all-inclusive? Because we had one for every religion, we didn't have one for every sexuality, and I know that's very difficult. And it's like having I think how I saw it when you said, oh, it was great, it's all-inclusive, I just saw it as they're their token ones that they've been picked. Yeah. Like, you're a token Jew, you're a token Muslim, you're a token this. I was like, I get it, we're meant to be all-inclusive, but if they're just the main ones, that ain't great. And I just think, like, if you went for the gays, there's so many of you.
Yeah.
Like, there's Rachel's gay, but you're gay. There's so many difference.
Yeah. It depends how you class things, yeah.
Exactly. And we shouldn't be classing things, and that's why I don't get...
Yeah. And again, that's why we should just move on and let people be who they are. Yeah. Just stop cramming it down people's throats. Because I'm tired of it. And I'm part of it.
Because you've always been very much, I don't bother.
Yeah, I'm not. Yes, I'm gay, but I don't want to shout about it.
Yeah.
You know? I don't think there's any need anymore. Back in the 90s when there was oppression and everyone was scared to touch people because of AIDS, definitely we need to get the right message out.
Yeah.
But
the message is out.
The message is out. Everyone's here. We're fine. Yeah. Anyway.
Going back to the Jews.
Oh, yes.
We've had feedback. And
yes.
I finally understand moderately what Passover is.
Okay.
From a listener. It's called Passover because the angel passed over the Jews in Egypt, sparing them and killing all the Egyptians' firstborns.
Oh.
So the angel of death. I missed out angel of death.
Oh, right.
So I think that's where they painted the lamb's blood on the door.
Uh-huh. Isn't religion full of...
You know?
Yeah, It's like my favourite.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, film students. But yeah, I just thought you might like to know. Also, speaking
Well,
of
thank you, listener.
religions, the Pope's in surgery.
Oh, why? What's wrong with him?
I didn't read into it. It came up on my phone this morning.
Good old Pope.
He's having
Which Pope are we on?
Francis the
Third? I would have said that, but that...
I want to say second or third. He's having intestinal surgery. I don't know whether he swallowed a cross.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. But where did he go for surgery? This is what I don't get. Because
Surely there's got to be a
is there a Vatican City general?
Yeah. Or just wherever Vatican City is located outside of that.
In Italy.
No, because Vatican City is its own...
I know it's his own country.
So where is
he has
it?
to cross a border every time he has to go to a different place.
Yeah, he has to have his little passport in the Pope.
Oh my God! Do you think is it a bit? Have you ever been to in Norfolk? There's a place and everything's called Rons or Rods.
Francis the First.
Is it the first? Did I get Francis right?
No.
Yeah, I said Pope Francis.
Did you?
I think so. I want to say so. Let me have something. Let me look educated. Yeah, in Norfolk there's a place and everything's called like Ron's McDonald's, Ron things. Do you think everything's just called the Pope's McDonald's and the Pope's Curries?
That's funny.
Another thing on Pride, I saw a thing from Russell Howard, and it was a news article. It was a clip, and he said there was an AI now that scans you and it gives you what it thinks you are, like your gayness.
Oh.
I don't know if you've seen that or
No,
if you've seen that. Well, I'll show you the clip in the break, and it was fucking stupid. But it just blew me away. Like, why would someone develop that, and how can it tell?
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Because AI, obviously, we use it for many different things, and we're meant to a bit like when we did like shop local things when it was COVID. Like, oh, shop local.
Yeah.
Go artists. Like, should have a whole media campaign about bloody not using AI, anti-AI.
Yes, definitely.
Like marches. That's the next thing.
There we are. Anti-AI.
Anti-AI marches.
Speaking of anti-AI.
Oh God.
The Apple event.
The app. How does that connect?
Because just before the Apple event, most of the Apple executives have been out doing interviews, warning everyone about AI. And
really?
Yeah, we need to either slow down or stop developing it.
We are getting stupidly close. You look at ChatGPT. The art one's still a bit whiffy, I think, because it's obviously generating an image. But fucking, have you seen Photoshops?
No.
Oh my God, have you seen it?
As in Photoshop.
Adobe Photoshop,
right,
their new AI thing. It's fucking mental.
Oh.
Someone did a photo of a wedding, and you could basically extend the photo and say, fill in the gap. It unprompted, you could just be like, fill in, and it looks at what the surrounding area. So let's say you're looking at, I'm looking at you, I have that. It'll then just produce probably a grey room, or you got a mic, so it'll produce a studio.
Yeah.
Look at Rachel, it'll have a bed, a bit of a bed frame, and it'll continue the bed, or it'll set, it's so mental.
But that's the difference. That's okay because
it's using images to generate prompt, like a bit.
Yeah, it's not. It's when AI literally has a consciousness. That's
like
I think what everyone's scaring about. No. Siri is still generating, and possible
commands,
answers from numbers. On algorithms. I think what everyone's scared about is actual artificial intelligence having its own thoughts, its own mind, and saying, "Hold on. Why am I doing all this for you?
Why am I real?
Yeah. Why am I real? Kill everyone."
Button. Because with the Apple event, obviously, the biggie
schlong
was obviously the auto-correcting from fuck to duck.
That made me laugh so much.
Like, that's my headline, personally.
That's
the biggest thing Apple have done for decades.
But I love Craig Federighi. He makes me laugh so much.
What I found, have you seen, was it the Rally 500, Indiana 500? Rally car races. And Tim Cook a few years ago did the flag and he's just waving it ever so gently. Adam Driver just did it and he went fucking like he embraced his Kylo Ren. And then like Tom Holland did, I think, F1 and he was like doing it proper like.
Yes.
And it was like just Tim Cook. Oh, it was brilliant.
So, yes, the big kahuna was...
the Vision Pro.
Apple Vision Pro. Now, before we get into it, I want to say they shouldn't have called it Vision Pro.
No.
They should have just started with Apple Vision. because
the Pro
this
is generally
the Pro needs to come
like a
next.
PlayStation. It's the PlayStation, then the PS Pro.
You
then
don't
the PS.
start with a Pro.
Do you think they'll do a Pro and like a proper? Do you think they'll?
I think so. Yeah.
The Vision Pro or the Vision Pro Plus,
because
or
the way they
explain,
the way they explained it, this is a brand new product line. This is a brand new way of computing.
Vision Pro Slim.
Yeah. So they should. So to my mind, it should have started. Hello, this is the Apple Vision, a brand new product line.
Chuckle Vision,
Chuckle Vision. Dun, dun, dun.
Why didn't they call it the iVision or the iVision Pro? Why are they missing the I now?
Because it's a stronger brand of Apple. They want everything to be Apple. But do you know why they started calling everything Apple? This is way back when in 2003 when they started with the Apple TV.
That knowledge for after the break.
Sorry. Harry.
Rob.
Do you have a garden?
I do.
Do you have hedges and bushes and grass and so forth?
A little bit.
Lovely. Well, do you know what you need?
What do I need?
You need True Greens.
True Greens.
True Greens is a family-run local business that is here to help with your gardening needs.
Really?
Yes. All you need to do is search True Greens on Facebook.
I do like a trim bush. Yes, welcome back, dear listeners. Thank you for...
So, we were talking about the Apple event.
How was those adverts for you?
And I hope you liked them. Hope you enjoyed them. Please go and buy said product that you heard. And...
Buy Al's Gardening.
Yes.
If that is, they change over time. You never know.
We never know.
They auto-update, Look at us. Sponsors.
Shush.
Okay, sorry.
And so, we were talking about the Apple event. And I was saying, you asked why is it not an I thing?
Yes.
And this was way back when in 2003, 2004, when they launched the Apple TV.
Yeah.
They wanted to call it the iTV.
Oh.
But of course, in the UK, ITV is copyright of ITV.
Yeah.
So that completely kiboshed it. They were just going to be everything for the rest of time. So then our small little broadcaster stopped them doing that. So they right, we'll call it the Apple TV. But then it went from the next... So then it was iPhone, iPod, they carried on.
Yeah.
But then iWatch was already copyrighted, I think, in India. And so they were like, okay, let's start Apple again. So then they started Apple Watch.
Like Apple TV, Apple Watch. Okay.
Yeah. So then from then, any new product has been an Apple something.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Or AirTag. But
it's the Apple AirTag, isn't it?
No, it's just AirTag.
Was true. Yeah. Well, you know who it is.
Yeah. So it's Apple Vision, Apple whatever now. Yeah. There we are. So,
my thoughts on the Vision Pro. They look like ski goggles. They very much look like ski goggles.
Yeah.
I think it's overly big. I think we're getting very close, like you said, with the AI to like a Black Mirror style event.
Yeah.
Because it looks like the episode Striking Vipers, which I had to look up.
Right. Okay.
With Anthony Mackie, where they play that VR headset game and like they weirdly shag.
Right. Okay.
And they question their sexuality. It was a very weird episode.
Okay.
I can't really he was getting more. I don't know. I'm not going to go deep into it.
No.
The world blending looks brilliant. Having shadows of the display looking very well, very very well done. And I get it's just mock-ups, but it was very very good.
Well, supposedly not, because Marquez Brownlee and all the other tech people have tried it, and that's what it looks like. That's not mock-ups.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Mental. Okay.
So what we've seen is what is actually happening at the moment. And he said, it is like magic. You use your eyes to look at things, and you just click your fingers. It doesn't matter where your fingers are, and it just feels, as you said, like actual magic.
I'm sorry.
What?
I've just looked at the window, looks at a shit,
lovely.
And then it's just started sniffing it.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. Your dog is sniffing his own shit. Way to bring everything down.
Oh, because it was so high class.
We're talking about Apple. That is high class. Anyway, I think it looks interesting. I was very impressed with the eyes. So you can look through it.
You can see it.
Yeah.
There's one shot where they put the headset on, and it's like a one-for-one shot of the opening for Ready Player One. As he puts the headset on, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
But is it worth it, do you think? But my main thing is it worth $3,500?
Well, if you think about it, is any first product worth it? Was the first iPod worth it? No, it could only hold whatever it was, 100 songs. Was the first iPhone worth it? No, it didn't have 3G. You couldn't change the wallpaper. This is the start of a brand new product line. So
Yeah, but how long have they been developing it though?
Well, yeah, but still, how long have they been developing the iPhone? How long have they been developing anything?
Yeah, but they say that they've got a new thing for the iPhone. It's just the same phone, different. Like,
nowadays,
thing.
You've got to think back. The first Mac, the first iPad.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, but I just think like back in the day, our new games console was like 128 quid, and a game cartridge was like 30 quid. PlayStation now is what 500 brand new, and a game is 60 quid.
Yeah.
I get it's 4K, it's HDR, it's all this, and this. It's got to work with the controller, and I get it. But it's like even for the Switch, that's how Nintendo made them. Like with the Wii games, they used to be 30 quid.
Yeah, not even.
And that was
yeah
ahead of time.
Yeah,
bit of kit. Like the Kinect, that was 150 odd quid brand new. You can get it for a £5.
Yeah,
and it's more about people. Still use it for 3D scanning for printers.
Oh yeah,
the cameras in that are so high quality and so above the time that obviously it was more. It wasn't the Kinect's fault. It was the game's fault. The games weren't programmed right. That's why the Kinect really didn't work, and that's why the Wii was superior.
Yeah,
because you obviously had the controller and it wasn't tracking you.
Yeah,
but that was one thing I did like was it looks really well, like you said, with your fingers. There's no controller or there's no mouse. You can connect.
You can, yeah.
Peripherals.
A magic mouse and a magic keyboard.
Yeah, but obviously I just use my fingers.
Yeah, I think that was something that Marquez said that to type.
Yeah.
Is a little bit difficult because you've got to look at the keys and then click your fingers. Or there was a virtual keyboard that appears.
Yeah.
And you can type.
I'd have to use the virtual.
Or he said the best thing to do is just look at a search field, look at whatever text you're saying, and just start speaking, and it just detects it.
I watched Mr. Who's the Boss's video.
Right.
He's another tech YouTuber.
Yeah.
I like him. He's an English guy. He's
right.
I think he's funny sometimes. His video quality is brilliant. What he said, like, he was happy that you don't have to blink every time you want to look at something.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I get that. I don't get the battery pack.
Well, so you can move it around because it's not. It's meant to be a whole computer, isn't it? So what do you use your computer for? You use it for work. You use it for editing. You then use it for entertainment. You watch things on it.
Yeah, I don't think you could edit on one of those.
Probably couldn't if they hadn't called it the Pro and they then launched the Pro. They could, but anyway.
Pro plus.
Yeah.
Pro plus. Yeah, but even carrying this laptop on my back, I've got used to the weight, obviously, but you know how much it weighs.
Yeah.
And the cord for it.
Yeah. But no, that's what I mean. So, because it's light, and the battery pack sits in your pocket, the battery's not weighing down on your head, whereas with the other ones.
But how much is another battery going to have? Because it says like 2 hour, it's got a 2 hour battery.
Yeah. But
I know you shouldn't have any more longer on VR than 2 hours.
No, not really.
But like PlayStation plugs straight in, you've got plenty of room.
Yeah, you can plug it in. They said you can. You can plug it in and just use it as normal. You don't have to have it on the battery.
Does it come with a battery?
Yeah.
Well, that's not too bad then. You have to pay for a battery.
No, oh god, no.
$3,500 and expect have to buy another battery.
No, and it's USB-C.
Bad time.
Yeah.
You said we had a brief chit chat about it.
I did.
It was a combination of all their tech. And I get it. It's got the laptop, your Mac chip. It's got the iPhone's scanner or some crap.
Yeah, they've redone the Face ID scanner to do a Retina scan. And so you've got Eye ID, or whatever it's called. Retina ID, I think, to unlock it.
Yeah, and I think that's very great. It's brilliant. It's a very clever. I love a bit of kit. I love a bit of kit.
Yeah.
Very, very clever. Don't get me wrong. It looks smashing. But it's very...
which is quite high praise for you because you don't like Apple.
I do like Apple, don't get me wrong. I can use a Mac, I can use an iPhone. I was struggling to use Lose, and that's 20... I don't know, with an iPhone. What was it, 10, 11, 12?
11.
11?
Yeah.
Some of the features were very similar. Like gesture control, I got used to it. It was fine. It's very... not simplistic. You can't do a lot with it.
No, because that's what it's built for. I see, as an example, like you see people of grandparent age who have been bought an Android and they have no clue how to use it because Android is so in-depth. Like, you can get to the file system, you can get to the root menu if they just sit there and poke long enough.
Yeah.
And break everything.
Dad had a Samsung. Yeah. He went straight from an iPhone 6, I think, to a Samsung. Fucking hated it.
Yeah.
Took him a year, got rid of it.
Yeah, because
I said to him, you shouldn't have gone for a Samsung right now because obviously they were early. Still quite early, very open source. That's why I like Google.
Yeah, because we know what we're doing.
Well, no, not even that. It took me a while to adjust to a Pixel 4. But, and that was chock full of shit that they don't use anymore. God, I miss gesture control. Great.
When you say gesture control?
So it had a scanner in the top bar
where
your camera is, and you wave across it to like skip music and...
What a waste of time.
Oh, yeah, it was fucking pointless, but I loved it. I loved it. Did you have a 4?
No.
Missed out. I loved... 4 had some weird-ass features.
Like, when I was on Samsung, I had the first Edge.
Yeah.
I had the 6 Edge.
I didn't get the Edge bit.
It was a nice little gimmick. It was fun.
Yeah, but a bit like the gesture thing. It's... Samsung's very open-ended because that's the point. They just built it for the camera. But like the Edge thing, it was stupid.
Yeah.
And they get that iPhone straight to the point. Here's your this, here's your that. This is what it can do. Yeah. We do it all in. It's all in-house.
Easy. You can't break it.
But Google's Android 13 are we on now? Yeah, because 14's beta.
14's, yeah.
It's simplistic, a bit like the iPhone, to the point of like I can still have the freedom of knowing that they're, because it's a powerhouse. It is a powerhouse. And Google are very clever, don't get me wrong. And even I don't like not Apple. I do like Apple. What they pay for is extortionate. I think the prices are ridiculous.
No, yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
My phone is, how much is a 6? Give or take, like 700.
Nowadays, it's probably more 600.
Well, it's gone down in price, but let's say like a brand new 7 is about. It came out about 7. Yeah. Their Pixel Fold, which I'm eager to try and get one. Will I spend 1,500 on it? No, but it's their first one.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to use a bit of Samsung tech, but I am excited for it because I think 1.5 is roughly the same about what Samsung was paying for the Z and the Y Flip.
Yeah.
But what I'm more excited about is their tablet and their integration of how it can be a home as well.
Oh, yeah, I did like that.
And for 600, I think it was, that's nothing compared to what an iPad... How much was your iPad?
My iPad?
Yeah.
Well, I got a Pro, yeah. It was 1,200.
That's mental.
And that was the lower, the smaller screen.
Exactly. I think that's mental for what you pay. Then you've got to get Apple Care because you can't just have it under a warranty. My phone was sorted in 2 days through Google.
Yeah.
It was...
But you know, you subscribe to Apple One. Sorry, Google One, sorry.
Yeah, but that only covers storage. I paid £1.50.
I thought it was a multitude of things.
Like bigger docks and bigger sizes. But I basically just
I
pay...
thought it would have been covered.
My Google One is basically 100 gigabytes of storage because obviously I'm having to deal with files and whatnot and videos. But that's all it really covers. Their warranty is like 3 years guaranteed.
Right, okay.
It wasn't like Vodafone's... Yeah, it's under warranty, but you got to pay to fix it. It's under warranty.
Yeah.
Send it
off
to
it
us.
goes, yeah.
Off it goes. It's a very isolated system, the Vision Pro, because you can't watch... Because the whole idea, their idea, what I saw as, was you can watch whatever you want. You don't need a telly, you don't need this, you don't need that. I'm like, well, why are you going to watch films with your family? How are you going to watch it with your girlfriend, your boyfriend,
Yeah. Well, I imagine...
significant other.
In time, when they become more...
They can connect to each other.
Yeah, you can share play, yeah.
One will buffer, then the other will buffer. But then, like, you still can't, like, look at them and see their
But that's not their fault. That's because we've been over this before. We haven't got internet infrastructure. For what all these big companies want to do, we haven't got fast enough internet.
Yeah, that's true. I get it, and I think...
It will appeal to a very small market who will really enjoy it.
I don't think they'll make another. I think they'll just leave it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Maybe another 20 years. 10.
See, people said this about the Mac. People said this about the iPad. Who wants a giant iPhone?
Yeah, and look how small they are now. They've gone back downsizing.
No, as in the pad. Who wants?
No, I get... The pad's a different topic. It's a different thing.
No, but people said they didn't want one because it was just a big iPhone, but it wasn't.
No, it did different.
It worked, yeah.
But I just think with VR...
It's a whole new way. They didn't pitch it. It's not just entertainment. It's a computer. It's everything. It does your word processing. It does internet. It's not just a VR headset that you have to stream games from, Steam or whatever.
Yeah.
It is its own OS. It's its own...
And again, it's very limiting because it's all its own thing. Whereas,
no, as in, so they can developers can move across their apps to Vision OS quite easily.
True. I give them credit. I was very impressed. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I just think with their phones and, like I said, their tablets, they are very limiting. It's bad it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got to buy their pen to make sure it their work. So you could buy an off-brand, but it won't be as good, because obviously.
But Google are getting like that.
Not necessarily. What with?
As in, they're unifying their brand. The Pixel brand is becoming more and more like Apple in the sense of you've got your Pixel Buds, you've got your Pixel Watch, and they work better if you're in the Pixel ecosystem. They're not at the point of we're a premium brand yet where they need to put the price up.
My Movi or whatever brand they went under, because they went under and then renamed their brand and whatever, their TicWatch.
The watch, yeah.
It just uses the software that they developed. Obviously,
because they spent a long time developing it, but now they've got the power to make the Pixel brand go further.
Yeah.
So they are doing that. That's what they're going to go towards. They're going to stop making third-party things.
No, they still make them, because the JBL still worked like the Pixel Buds. They still come up with the screen
at the moment. Because that's a previous product. But now they're going to go forward and start closing it off.
I don't think they will.
Okay.
I think that's
watch the space.
Well, they do bloody Android, and that's what Samsung uses, isn't it?
I know that's different. But things using Android, because Android's the open OS, that's fine. But the Pixel brand, that's what I'm saying. So they'll start, I think, cutting off.
Yeah.
So if you have a Pixel phone and you have, let's say, JBL headphones or whatever third-party headphones, they won't work as much. The features won't work as much. Like, you'll press the button and it won't do it. It won't start the Google Assistant or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to buy the Pixel Buds to get everything.
I don't know. Because obviously, you never know with companies.
No.
They can obviously change their mind. And look at Warner Brothers. Christ. Look at Disney. Changing everything. Firing people. Bringing back Bob Iger. And
I love Bob.
Love Bob. Big love to you, Bob. But
did you read? I read his biography. Autobiography. It was very interesting.
Yeah?
You should give it a read.
Well, I don't have it. So
I'll send it me.
Going on from tech, I don't know if you saw this anywhere, because I know you're months behind on TikTok because you have to wait. Have you seen what Dyson's been doing?
The
fucking headphones that I keep seeing the ads for, and it's got an air purifier.
They're only, 3 years late?
Yeah. I know. Why didn't they have these in COVID?
Yeah. I think
because it's a headset, and then it like pops out, so it covers your mouth. And don't get me wrong, it's very clever. I know who's going to be the main target for this, and where it's going to strive tremendously.
China?
Yeah. Japan, where they wear masks all the time, because obviously the air pollution is so crap.
Yeah. It makes sense there, but for the rest of the world, I think they're 3 years too late. Because
it's very stylish.
It doesn't. It looks stupid. It looks like one of the accessories on Switch Sports, like you can unlock.
Yeah, it actually does.
Yeah.
I'd buy them.
Really? You'd look like an absolute tool of the first order. If you wandered around town wearing that.
You know what? When you get bloody ill with the next bloody virus that we fucking get, and I've got my Dyson, Dyson Air.
I don't know what it's called.
It's got a stupid name. But when I'm wearing my Dyson mouth-covering headphones, which are very clever, it's like the Dyson Hair app. No one really has one, but we all want one.
I want just the normal hairdryer.
I want the hairdryer, yeah.
I like the blue and gold colour.
I want the fans.
We've got them at work. They're not that great.
You get them at me.
Well, no, I'm just telling you, we can have them at work. They're just fans.
Do you know what we've got? A desktop fan that does shit all.
I'm just trying to look at it. Headphones.
Have I covered everything? Going back to Apple quickly while you do a bit of Googling. The fuck to duck.
Yeah.
It's taken them a long time to fix that.
It's not fixed. I think they've finally said, okay, we will change it. It's not that.
What fuck is a word?
Yeah, they don't. It's annoyed me for a while.
Because am I the only who uses the expression "fuck a duck"? Not in the literal sense.
It's called a Dyson Zone.
That's a shit name.
It is.
Dyson Zone. Are they soundproofed as well? Like total isolation? Because obviously they work with sound constant.
Pure audio, pure air, anywhere.
It reminds me of the Lorax. Just
Pure Dyson audio with industry-leading noise cancellation.
Yeah.
Contact-free visor attaches. Oh, it attaches to it.
Yeah,
It doesn't pop down.
Yeah, I know. It clicks in.
Yeah.
The battery on it must be shit.
Connect to the My Dyson app for real-time entertainment updates.
You know what we need? We need Philips Hue to make LED headphones to work with Dyson to make an air-purifying LED strobe light. That's what we need in the world.
That sounds like...
That will solve all of our problems.
Look how stupid he looks.
It looks sick. I'm honest, like, it looks so cool.
He looks like his favourite YouTuber is Andrew Tate.
It looks very anime-ish, if I might say. Do you think?
It looks like... Yes, it looks like it can be...
It's the new bit of... it's techwear. Obviously, it's techwear, everything.
Yeah.
One drop of water, it'll break, probably.
No, because if you're wearing it in misty environments...
That's what I mean. Like, if you're... Let's say you wear it to, like, do exercise. Obviously, it's breathing air, so you're getting pure oxygen into your system with it.
Yeah.
What if you breathe into it? Does it have external...
I don't know. I hope so. Stop dropping your pen. You're throwing it all over the place. Honestly.
I like having a pen in my hands. It makes me feel sophisticated.
Okay. I think that's about it, isn't it?
Any closing notes for you, darling?
Nothing from me.
No.
No, I think we've covered everything, haven't we?
So where do we start off with? Let me look back at my weird connection list that I've written. So we started talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And finished on Hoover headphones.
Yep. Brilliant. That's about everything.
They remind me, actually. You are? All in a day's work.
All in a day's work.
It reminds me of the colour and like the way it looks. It reminds me of Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara. His suit being red and blue, bit futuristic, bit like parts, and it looks something like Sonic, weirdly enough.
Oh yes, I know what you mean.
Very mechanical looking.
Real life in live action Sonic, yeah.
Yeah, very like the yeah. I think that's everything.
Right.
So, thank you very much.
Please do make sure you follow us on Instagram. We are at @podcast. That's URM.podcast.
I've been Harry and this has been Rob.
Over there is Rachel, and that's it from us. Bye.
Bye.
No, nothing from you. Right, there we are.